Hi, my name is Sarah Segoviak, and this is my oral presentation on euthanasia for Comp 2 Professor Edwin Turner. I chose to do my topic on euthanasia because it has been such an interesting topic for me that I felt that not a lot of people knew about, so I wanted to do a research project on it and educate others in the subject. Euthanasia comes from the Greek language meaning good death. Euthanasia can be done through various ways, such as injection and removal of life-sustaining treatments. My hypothesis for my research paper is euthanasia allows terminally ill patients to express their right to choose, to not live in pain, and to save the family from grief. My audience that I hope to capture during my research are those who do not know much about the topic of euthanasia and to help educate them on the subject. I hope to show my audience the positive sides of euthanasia. A few articles that I found that support my topic are from the Northern University and the Physician's Assisted Suicide Introduction, which helps to clarify the debate between the Hippocratic Oath and the physician euthanasia. Under the Hippocratic Oath, physicians are obligated to relieve suffering and let the patient die with dignity during their care. The physician must also respect the patient's choice to prolong life with life-sustaining treatments. Furthermore, patients have the right to withdraw and refuse treatment that prolongs their life. Another article I found was by Arthur Kaplan, who wrote the article 10 years after Terry Schiavo. He explains the infamous family feud between Terry Schiavo's family and Terry's husband. Terry suffered cardiac arrest in 1990, which left her with a massive amount of brain damage. Unfortunately, Terry did not have an advance directive or living will stating whether or not she would want to artificially prolong life in a situation like this. Terry's husband believed that she would not want to artificially prolong life, however, her family disagreed. They believed Terry would want to prolong her life, doing whatever it took. Which then created a case that her family took to court. Terry's husband won the case, thus allowing Terry to not go against her wishes and to let her no longer live in pain and die with dignity. They removed her from life-sustaining machines and she passed away peacefully. This is often a case that we see. This is the kind of case that we see often when it comes to euthanasia. People do not make their wishes clear to their family members and they do not know which route to go. Another article I found was by Len and Leslie Doyle, who wrote the article Why Active Euthanasia and Physician-Assisted Suicide Should Be Legalized. If death is in the patient's best interest, then death constitutes a moral good. The article was written about a case of Diane Pretty, who has a motor neuron disease that gradually atrophies her muscles and left her bound to a wheelchair, unable to communicate, catheterized, and fed by a feeding tube. Miss Pretty went to the courts to request the right to have a physician end her life, however was denied the right to die. The court forced Miss Pretty to live in agony. In their article, Len and Leslie Doyle stated, "This decision may be consistent with legal precedent, but is morally wrong. This situation is what thousands of others face each and every day. They all get told that they must die in pain and without dignity because euthanasia and assisted suicide have not been legalized yet." Linda Gonzi, Elizabeth R. Goy, Stephen K. Dobshaw, and Holly Pringerson conducted a study in the Journal of Pain and Symptom Management on the Oregonians who requested physician's aid in dying. Based on the study provided the Journal of Pain and Symptom Management, those whose family members choose euthanasia were more likely to be accepting of the death of their loved one and less likely to feel grief compared to those who died without euthanasia. Also, they were less likely to seek counseling due to their loved one's death. Another article I found while doing my research was of Michael Cook, who wrote about his findings in the Medical Ethics Journal, who believes euthanasia will be the saving grace in organ donation. Although the procedure of donating the patient's organs after euthanasia has only been performed around 40 times in the Netherlands and Belgium, they are urging the popularity of the procedure to increase. The author of the journal states, in the context of organ donation and after euthanasia, the right of self-determination is a paramount ethical and legal aspect. It is the patient's wish and right to die in a dignified way, and likewise, his wish to donate his organs is expressed. Organ donation after euthanasia enables those who do not wish to remain alive to prolong their life of those who do, and also, compared with classical donation after circulatory death, allows many more people to fulfill their wish to donate organs after death. The author believes that organ donation after euthanasia will fulfill the gap in organ donors and those needing an organ transplant. Although organ donation may not be the right choice for everyone, especially those in cases of cancer, it is still possible for a majority of euthanasia recipients to be able to have another positive in the death of a loved one by allowing someone else to have a second chance. Where do I anticipate my research going from here? I anticipate researching further into this topic even after this class, because I've always found this topic to be very interesting and very important to educate others in. To conclude, I expect to reach my conclusion I expect to reach from during my research is that eventually euthanasia will become legalized. However, until then, I intend to further educate the public in euthanasia and its benefits. Thank you. Hi, my name is Sarah Segoviak, and this is my oral presentation on euthanasia for Comp 2 Professor Edwin Turner. I chose to do my topic on euthanasia because it has been such an interesting topic for me that I felt that not a lot of people knew about, so I wanted to do a research project on it and educate others in the subject. Euthanasia comes from the Greek language meaning good death. Euthanasia can be done through various ways, such as injection and removal of life-sustaining treatments. My hypothesis for my research paper is euthanasia allows terminally ill patients to express their right to choose to not live in pain and to save the family from grief. My audience that I hope to capture during my research are those who do not know much about the topic of euthanasia, and to help